Hey there folks, and welcome back to YT News. After the cloning of Dolly the sheep, the public may have forgotten about it, but science stops for no one. Since then, many species have been successfully cloned by scientists including cats, dogs, monkeys, camels, and etc. Let's look at what has been cloned and if they look creepy or not. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on anything. And yeah, let's just jump straight into this without further ado. The first cloned animal, contrary to popular belief, was not actually Dolly the sheep. Robert Briggs and Thomas King almost 60 years ago cloned a northern leopard frog. However, they could only clone the stem cell, and the DNA material in the specialized cell was fixed and unable to divide any further, hence ultimately halting the growth of the organism. The famous biologist Sir John Gurdon disapproved this by taking the DNA of an intestinal cell of a tadpole and injecting it into an egg, hence forming a successful clone. If you have money for it and you lost your beloved pet, you don't have to mourn over this loss. Paying 35 grand for it, Han Yu, a Chinese businessman, asked a biotechnology company, Syngene, to clone his beloved kitten Garlic. They had worked on cloning 40 dogs before, but this was the first time with a kitten. At the end, they were successful and the kitten was healthy. However, it was not completely identical to the previous one, or shall we say Alpha Garlic. But Han Yu, however, was certainly happy. Number 8. Monkeys. After their first mammal, the sheep, the scientists continued to clone healthy and normal cat and dogs too. Then they cloned a monkey, closest mammal to humans. It was from the genus Macacus, if that's how you say it, which further contains 23 species that the monkeys Zong Zong and Hawa Hawa belong to. These two are completely identical, however, as adorable as they were, they raised many valid objections from scientists all over. The basis of this objection was common and ethical nature, that these mammals were too close to humans. The scientists explained further that cloning method was dangerous to be used for cloning humans, and that these cloned monkeys will greatly benefit the development and research for human medicine. They can be used to figure out metabolic and immunity, to mediate diseases, as well as even progress the standing point for cancer research. Injaz means achievement in Arabic, and it truly was. This cloned camel, first of its kind, gave a lot of hope for scientists of Dubai to preserve its type. Injaz came in with a shocking discovery though. The researchers merely wanted more of camels for elite training and milking purposes, but little did they know that the cloning of a camel could reproduce. At the age of 6 years, Injaz the female camel became pregnant by natural means, and added even more weightage to its worth. According to Nisrawani, the director of the Reproductive Biotechnology Center, she conceived naturally without any intervention, hence proving the fertility of cloned camels. And scientists around the world were shocked, as this was not the case with previous cloning experiments. Later that year, Injaz gave birth to a healthy calf, just like all the other natural animals. Cloned animals can now live an extraordinary life like all the other natural animals, instead of being trapped in labs because scientists have perfected the cloning process. A lot of them are used to race and undoubtedly succeed as well. The world's first mule, Idaho Gem, won a lot of races in this time, and why not? He was cloned from a racing champion. The scientists say otherwise, that they believe that cloning only determines the genetic sequence of being their ability and strength as a result of their surrounding as well. But yeah, to tell that to the mules who've lost to Idaho Gem. Ungulates are group mammals with a wide variety of ancestors. They have hooves and are relatively large. In 2003, a whitetail deer was successfully cloned and excited the scientists all over the world, since it was a huge contribution to the food industry. They expected to save that species only. In 2012, a bull weighing 1,100 kilograms was cloned, named Alpha, and amazed scientists even more by mating with a cow which was also a fellow clone, giving birth to 12 phenomenal offsprings. The calves had amazing immunity, had better meat, and were bigger than normal ones as well. Cloned cattle did not require much food as they reached maturity fast and emit less methane. Cows that produced high quality meat were extremely rare, being 3 in 10,000. Until recently, You had to really struggle to find good meat back then. This situation has been improved greatly, and that too while does not burden the environment. This was achieved by allowing only a few selected bulls to mate with all the cows, hence reaching somewhat predictable results of the offspring. Researchers have perfected this cloning method since then. They do not need to breed bulls anymore. A cow with excellent genes gives away dozen cloned calves instead of one by natural means. This is one of the upsides of cloning, along with many others. Dr. Hong from Seoul, South Korea, has been approached by 1,000 rich people almost, who want to get their pets cloned. Nobody wants to lose their pets, especially when they can afford to clone them. Barbara Streisand is one of the people who wanted to clone her dog. This process has become more of a business now, since the scientists have moved past the trial part of the search. One only needs more than $100,000, and they are good to go with their newly cloned pets. Researchers of Turkey in the US cloned 8 rabbits, among which 2 glowed in the dark. You heard that right, they really glowed in the dark, the bioluminescent fuck. As a kid, I only saw glow-in-the-dark sticks, but these scientists really put a whole new level to it. This was achieved by fluorescent protein extracted from jellyfish and was incorporated into the rabbit's DNA. This helped scientists in knowing that all the genetic material injected into the embryos has been incorporated into the rabbits, taking a huge step forward in cancer research as well. This discovery was very helpful. Further, this idea is widely used in immunofluorescent testing as well. Finally, at number 1, first cloned bull. In the 90s, a Texas university chose a bull named Chance to be cloned. This bull needed to be preserved, but it was incapable of reproducing. Chance was different in senses that he had unusual gentle nature. He was also a celebrity, being featured on TV, commercial, and was in a rodeo too. His clone was named Second Chance, as a joke. It came out perfectly healthy, and the attempt was successful in saving that particular species. At the time, Chance was 21 and remains the oldest cloned animal ever. I had the time of my life getting to know all this. Science really has a way of fascinating one, always being up to date with constant innovation. Never would anyone have thought 100 years ago that humans in the future would be able to doing such thing. This brings us to the end of today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy, then make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Stick around for more awesome content as well, because we make these all the time, obviously. We'll see you guys next time in another video, and until then, take care and see you later.